Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well.
You ready to go traveling?
Yes.
Good. Me too.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are we going today?
Where do you want to go?
New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Soon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. What's on the agenda?
So we're going to talk today about some travel hints and tips.
Okay.
For our viewers.
Yes.
As
Both
well
of them?
as 510 of
Oh,
them.
okay. That's a jumbo jet full.
That's right. It's jumbo jumbo. As well as some customer service. So I thought we could kind of tie in some of our summer travels.
Okay.
How they ended up, and then just some travel ideas, and I even brought some travel tips for us to talk about. So, first of all, when do you think is the best time to book travel for the holidays? Trick question. You should not travel over the holidays.
Oh. Really?
Well, it's really a pain. But
Okay.
we're not going to travel over the holidays. But let's say that we were going to have to travel over the holidays. When do you think is the best time to buy tickets?
2 months before.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
So if you're traveling for Thanksgiving, the best time to buy your tickets is before Halloween. And if you're traveling for Christmas, the best time to buy your tickets is before
Thanksgiving. And you have an app that you use.
Yes, I do.
That tells you when the best time is. And what is that app?
Hopper.
Hopper.
Is a really good
Link.
link
Somewhere.
below, over there, down there. Hopper's a good travel app. It tells you the best time to buy, whether you should wait, whether you should keep looking, and then if you want to just go ahead and book, it'll give you links. Now let's talk about the best way to book travel. Do you think it's the best way to go right to the airlines, or to book through one of like the bargain, like Expedia, Travelocity, Google, one of those? What would you do?
I would let you do it because
That's true. Right answer. One thing I did find out.
Yes.
Which I didn't know before, because I've always booked them through all the discount websites as well.
Okay.
Right? If you're going to get bumped, and let's face it, in today's world, chances are you're going to get bumped.
And that's good.
So what I have found...
Who are the first people to get kicked off?
Right. Us.
What? No.
The people that book through a discount,
The people that
right?
book through discount, yes. So basically, the less you pay, the more likely you are to be asked to take a different flight.
Mm-hmm. Or if you use points. And airline points are a real bugger to use. I haven't had any luck with using them. If anybody has, comment below.
Some people love them, but
if you want the best shot of getting your flight and getting to stay with it, then you really ought to be booking straight through the airlines and not through one of the discount sites.
what time of day would you recommend booking that flight?
First thing in the morning.
Why? Because then you're going to get up early. I don't like getting up early.
You don't get it, and he's really grumpy in the morning.
Oh, no. Anyway.
You are. No, the best time to book your flight is first thing in the morning.
Why?
Because you got the best chance of getting out. Because what happens is they start backing things up, and they're overbooking and they're overselling, and people are getting bumped and getting bumped and getting bumped, and you start losing your chances of getting out on that day.
Actually, that was a trick question from me, because that was one of the only ones where I did know the answer.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let's talk about the best travel and departure dates and return dates for both Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Best departure dates: Monday, November 21st, Tuesday, November 22nd, Thursday, November 24th. So basically what you're saying there is Thanksgiving Day itself.
Yep.
Not the day before Thanksgiving, because that's
the
when
worst day.
That's going to be the worst day. But the Monday and Tuesday also decent.
Decent.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So the very worst days to travel over the Thanksgiving holiday, the very worst, are the Wednesdays before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving always falls on a Thursday. So the day before Thanksgiving, and then returning on the Sunday after. Those are the absolute worst days to travel, because everybody wants to do it. Best departure dates for Christmas?
January the 5th.
Yes, absolutely. All
Nope.
the presents will be opened. You'll be getting leftovers, but it'll be fine.
Yes, everyone will have gone back except you. You'll be the only one on the plane.
You're going to sit all around the table all by yourself.
No, not anymore. Okay, use Google Flights and consider multiple nearby airports for the cheapest fare.
That's a good point. So here's some other tips. Number one, when we went to Europe, we packed carry-on only.
Yes, we did.
People go, are you kidding
And
me?
how long did we go for? 4 weeks.
4 weeks, because we did the, 4
Yes,
weeks.
4 weeks
With two carry-ons.
With a carry-on bag and a personal item each.
Got some little laundry leaves on Amazon, and you just let them soak in your sink. They dissolve right away, and I was able to wash all of our delicates.
Yes.
So at least we had clean underwear every day.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So you always want to take a change of clothes, any important medications, and important documentation. Keep it near you.
Yep. Always make sure you've got something like that on you at all times.
And that's solid advice. That really.
Pack clothes that are like knit, that fold up nice and easy or roll up, and they don't crease, they don't get wrinkles. So a lot of knit materials. Bring like maybe a week's worth of clothing, maybe like one pair of jeans because they're heavy, and depending on what time of year you travel. And then bring accessories like scarves and things like that to accessorize your outfits, but pretty much go with like the same thing.
Another quickie tip. If at all possible, wear your bulkiest items. So if you plan to do any hiking, wear your hiking boots on the plane.
Yep.
Not the most comfortable, but they take up a lot of room in a carry-on bag and not good. You can avoid most of the hassle of baggage claim, lost luggage, and whatever if you don't check bags.
True. So I know you said let's not talk about it, but let's talk about it just for a quick moment.
Why not?
So over the summer we traveled. We were gone for 6.5 weeks. We did a 10-day cruise to Alaska, and then we came back, literally had a day and a half turnaround, and then we went and did 4.5 weeks or so in Europe. Now when we went on the cruise, fair enough to say we were cruising to Alaska with a completely different suitcase full of warm clothes and socks and wool, because we were in glaciers and ice and things like that. So we did have to check our luggage, and in fact we did, and it got lost, and they canceled our flight. Which is why it got lost. So let's talk about that just for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So if your luggage is lost by the airlines, go to the Department of Transportation's website, dot.gov, and it's very detailed. It's very detailed as to what your rights are, what you need to do, and what the expectations are and the liability is for the airlines. And I believe the number was $3,800.
Yes, I believe.
We'll hold off on that one.
Yes.
So here's the information for the Department of Transportation and the amount of compensation that the airlines owes you. All right?
Yes. Now I don't know how hard and fast a rule that is. Read the small print is what I would say there. Being me, I would say that you're absolutely entitled to reasonable expenses.
Up to that
Absolutely.
point.
Up to that point.
Yeah.
And if they lose and never return your luggage and you have to buy a lot of clothes, that is a perfectly reasonable amount.
Yes. So they lost our luggage. We contacted the airlines. They told us exactly what to do. Go out and buy 2 days worth of clothing. Fill out this form. We already had a claim number. Submit it into the website for the airlines as soon as you possibly can. So we did. Within the day and a half we got back between the two travels, I went in and I filled out, you have to itemize all the different garments of clothing that you purchased. Save all your receipts. Save everything.
Yes.
Saved all the receipts, submitted the information. Here's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. So I did everything that they said I, being the dog and bone person in the relationship, I submitted all the paperwork, did everything they told me to do, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. We bought 2 days worth of clothing per person, and we had X amount of expenditures that we submitted. The airlines came back and gave us a third of what we submitted. And when I went back and said, this is what we submitted, the customer service agent that I dealt with was very curt and not a nice person.
He was not a nice person.
He was not very nice at all. It made me feel very sad. And I was encouraged by some friends and associates who said, nope, go after it again, dog and bone, and go in. And here's what did I do? You tell them what I did.
You wrote a very nice letter to the big cheese of the airline, and you told him what happened and all the emotional distress you had, and how I was incredibly upset, but you were dealing with it. And then they didn't really write very much, except they did tell us we're going to get some more money.
They basically came back without any explanation, and they are giving us, basically we're getting about 2/3
Yes.
of the money that we submitted.
Yes. Now,
Bottom line is, if you have a problem with the airlines, if something happens, you lose your luggage, you get delayed or whatever, contact customer service, be very nice, be very polite, and follow through, and just continue on. I was very straightforward with my message. I stayed on point, but I didn't let it go. And I got the email address. It was very easy to find, actually. When I wasn't satisfied with the response from customer service, I took it up a notch. And I contacted the president and CEO of the airlines, the director of customer relations, and the director of operations.
Yep.
And within 12 hours, I had gotten a response with a notification that we were receiving an additional, basically I think we were getting like 3/4 of what we submitted. So it does pay to go the extra mile. Now, on the flip side, on the bright side, and we'll include the link below, I was really proud of this. I'm not always the one who complains, but when we lost our luggage, we had to go on a very interesting shopping spree.
we did, yes.
And the only store that was open...
Very uncomfortable for me.
It was very uncomfortable for him, yes it was. The only store that was open in the area, and I mean within the area, within a 2-block radius of our hotel, because we had no transportation, happened to be a Nordstrom. That was it. That was the only store that was open when we needed it to be open. I went in, we went in together. He was very uncomfortable. But within 40 minutes, we'd found sale associates, and within 40 minutes, we both had 2 days worth of clothing, undergarments, I had a formal, we had everything we needed within 40 minutes. The customer service in that incident was exemplary. So much so that I also reached out to the president and CEO of Nordstrom, in addition to the store manager. So see, it can go both ways.
And did anybody get back to you as a result of this?
Interesting that you should ask me that.
I know.
I know.
I kind of thought maybe it would be.
The day that I sent the email, the store manager, who's still a pretty big muck, she responded immediately and said, thank you so much. We don't often get, good comments, and so we really appreciate it. We're so sorry you had troubles. We're glad we could help you. Halfway through our second leg of trip, we were in France, I got a personal response back from Pete Nordstrom, the CEO of Nordstrom.
So it wasn't just coincidental that his name was Mr. Nordstrom.
No, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny.
My name is Nordstrom and I work at Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, saying the same thing. And I thought, wow, okay, so you can reach out and do both sides. Now,
Have you spoken to him since?
I have, we're good friends.
Oh,
I
cool.
know, yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so there's this podcast that Nordstrom started doing called the Nordy Pod, and they talk about a variety of different topics. And our story, if you want to hear more about it, more specifics, ended up in one of the episodes of the Nordy Pod, which I'm including the link here down below. So the bottom line, the takeaway is customer service can be your friend. If you have very, very good service, let people know. If we had exemplary service on the airlines, I would have sent an email and let them know. You know, people try really hard, and the thing is, you know, you're not always going to have things happen the way that you want them to happen.
Well, I would like you to.
I had great customer service, and I sent an email about that. I had not so great service, and I sent an email about that. And I got, I would say, positive response on both ends. Traveling on the airplane, let's say you're going to be going on an airplane, make sure, number one, you stay hydrated, which means drinking a lot of water and not a lot of alcohol, because alcohol dehydrates you.
This is where you and I disagree. Because I mean, a beer is mostly water.
Okay.
Let's be fair.
Okay. Sure.
Keep hydrating.
Okay, but here's a really cool trick that in all of my research for this episode, I know, just hold on a second. So this is a collapsible storage box, right? and you take out the centerpiece. You can find these on Amazon or, you know, Walmart, something like that. It collapses up, so it's going to fit really nice and tidy in a carry-on or in a laptop bag or something like that, right? You just slide it right in. Then when you get on the plane, book yourself, here's a little trip, book yourself the seat that's in the very, very front row of economy, because you have that, there's like a wall, there's no seats in front of you, so you typically have more leg room in that, and so it's the front row in economy before you move into the next area. Book yourself a seat there, pack one of these, take that nice, exciting, big, lumpy jacket, you know, the bulky items like that, put it inside here, flip it over, and you got yourself a leg rest that you can put your feet up on.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that a great idea?
That's amazing.
I thought that was such a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So you pack yourself one of these, and then you throw in your clothes, you know, or bulky jackets, or the blankets that they give you, whatever it is, and you just flip it over, and you got yourself a nice little leg rest.
That's a cool idea.
I thought that was a great idea.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Next thing
there's
is
there's more.
yeah. So this, in doing my research, is apparently the best
Holy moly.
airline pillow.
That's like a neck brace.
Yeah, on the market. Now here's the cool thing. It comes in its own little carrying case like this. I'll include the link below. And it straps on to the back of the airline seat. Yeah, and then it goes on like this. It goes on just like that. And then you loop it on. Yeah, you go like this.
So this is permanently this big?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's squeezy, so it squeezes.
Yeah, it squeezes down. And then you just, you know, strap it down like that. And then you got this nice cushy thing back here. And apparently this is the best, #1, doctor-approved travel pillow on the market.
Ooh.
And it packs down into this cute little bag back here.
But now I'm stuck. I can't get it.
Now, where are you traveling to?
I don't know now. I've lost the thread. How do I get it?
Push the little button together.
I'm panicking now. I can't get it. Oh.
Make sure that you put the oxygen on yourself before you take care of your child.
Yeah, okay.
So,
all right.
So just little tips like that. Happy traveling. Hope this helps. We included the links below. And if you like this video or you have some of your own comments, then comment below. Let us know some of the ideas that you found that worked for you.
You need a paperback, really. Something like this, and you. So then you take this and you throw it up in the air and you catch it in the bag. Did you not get that? Really?
Uh-huh. I'm you.
You try.
I don't even
No, you throw it up in the air. Okay.